Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 6, Week 10, Day 4. So today, of course, we got ourselves the Hierophant hero class. One of those weird, interesting hero classes. Very situational, but its main gimmick is, as far as its benefits, as both fire and life tree. Which means, in combination, it is the only hero class currently that has cleanse while having triple damage burning, which is decently relevant in some situations. Obviously, that gives you immune to entangle, immune to freeze in first slot, which basically means all your extra turns, or all your skulls will not only extra turn, but also won't have to deal with entangle. So how's that going for? Of course, still gets hard countered by stun, because no immune to stun. Even if it had immune to stun tree, it wouldn't be able to take it, because it would go for triple damage burning instead. But unless I had it naturally off its 3 traits. But actually, what does it have for its 3 traits? I actually completely forget. 25% chance to grant a random positive stats effect to a random ally. Oh, that's why I forgot. They're all bad. Just like some spell reduction and random stats effect chance. Very RNG stuff. But it's mostly used for triple damage burning to cleanse, since the other aspects aren't too good on it. But anyways, aside from that, we do have invasions tomorrow. We are getting a new weapon. Might as well show it real quick. I don't believe it was too meta of one. What was it, a Stormheim one? I'm pretty sure it was a Stormheim one. Because we didn't get that yet. That should be this tomorrow. We should be getting that. And we'll be doing a stream for that probably at noon tomorrow. Since we normally don't cover videos on something like that, we'll do like about an hour, 2 hour stream or so at around noon tomorrow, just kind of messing around with it. We should also have the Mythic video up by then. Gosh, at this point we're posting on Friday as if it's an actual Mythic, the season Mythic that is. If nothing else, it'll be the last reminder to go make sure to go finish out the season pass, because you got 3 days left. Tomorrow, tomorrow Saturday and Sunday are the last 3 days for it. But anyways, what was I looking for? I was looking for weapons, and it should be coming out in like 6 hours, this thing. So as far as what it does, it explodes. Oh no, never mind, sorry. Wait, we already got the Stormheim weapon. What am I talking about? We got that last Friday? Yeah, that should have been last Friday. It should have been recently. It was such a bad weapon, I forgot it even exists. Wait, hold up. Really? Did I just like forget to get it or something? No. Am I going crazy? We already have the Stormheim one? Let's see. Was it that bad that I forgot it exists? I did. It is that bad I forgot it even exists. That is funny. Yeah, oh gosh. It was so horrifically bad I forgot it even exists. Anyways, the one we're getting tomorrow explodes magic +1 yellow gems and then grants a random stats effect to all Strix allies. This one is actually decent. Strix have some pretty decent synergies. And aside from doing triple finesse, Strix do not really have too many ways to mana accumulate. So this would be a way that it can potentially mana accumulate. So it has that going for it. Also, I don't believe we were able to see its things before. It has gain 4 life, some scatter, so it gets to remove barrier from enemies, some extra mana to all allies, and enchant. So overall, not that bad. Enchant to get its own mana back up, the extra bit of mana to everything. Some scatter to get rid of barrier. It's basically a barrier removal. While it's not a guaranteed, 5 scatter generally is going to do 1 damage to everything and will remove their barriers if they so have it, of course, because any damage will do so. And gaining some life. So overall, definitely not that bad of a weapon. For once, actually almost all of its modifiers are good other than gaining a little bit of life, which would be much better if that was barrier or something. But yeah, it's pretty decent. It's red, purple, and explodes all yellow. And it's going to have Strix synergy. Those are also colors you don't tend to use too much of Strix, so great mana accumulation option in that regard, since most Strix are very heavily based on, I believe, yellow and, well, I guess somewhat red. Red's kind of their secondary color for the most part. But I think the actual color of the kingdom is yellow-green. But I feel like yellow-red's more so the colors that get used, because a lot of like the more meta options that are in Strix are almost like all red. Like if we go over to Suncrest real quick, I'm pretty sure almost every meta option in this place that isn't yellow is red. Because we have things like Harpy Mage, Gerudos, like the damage source, Phoenicia, obviously, a very heavy yellow-red base troop, though it is also green, the other one, another red one. So, yeah, every single thing here that's meta is either yellow or red. Though green is technically its secondary color, though not that many greens are even that viable from this place. Like Phoenicia is, Quetzalma is, both the 2 mythics. Actually, where's the third? There should be a third mythic here, isn't there? right? Was there not? Are those the only 2 mythics? I never realized that. I could have sworn there was another one other than Phoenicia, other than Quetzalma. Is it only 2? Hold up, base rarity. Easiest way to check. That's not what I want. Let's see. Also, keep in mind, you do have a very... oh, yeah, there it is. It's so... oh, another instance of it being so bad I forgot it even exists. Zeddicus-KrissTigger, arguably one of the worst 5 troops in the entire game. That's why I forgot about him. He's so bad I forgot he exists like the weapon. Fail. But, yeah, Zeddicus-KrissTigger. One of the worst mythics in the game. Not absolute worst, but he's pretty far down there. Yeah, Quetzalma Phoenicia pretty decent, though Phoenicia obviously the most meta thing. You probably see me using it almost every day, if not literally every day. Though there are some similar options to Phoenicia, but Phoenicia is generally most people's choice. But, yeah, both of those are good if nothing else. Do keep in mind, the drops for tomorrow during the invasion event do have a very small chance of getting the Strix related ones. So, while very unlikely, you might get one of those mythics tomorrow. Exceedingly unlikely, though. Exceedingly unlikely. But the invasion tomorrow is for Strix specifically. And almost every Strix resides in Suncrest. Like, actually, literally all of them might actually reside in Suncrest. If not all, a very good majority of them. But anyways, hello everyone. Hope everyone's been doing well. Hello, Mister. Hello, Barbara. Hello, Bill. Hello, Tyrion. Hello, Sushi Ninja. Hello, Anthony. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Ricardo. Hello, Roman. Hello, Isabel. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, Barber. Hello, Rusty. Hello, Kettle. Hello, Gem God Diaz. And hello, everyone else. Welcome. Let's see. Can't wait till Zeddicus-KrissTigger becomes meta. I know. Could you imagine Zeddicus-KrissTigger becoming as big of a meta shift as, like, Mother of Darkness? Though Mother of Darkness was always pretty meta for bleeding. She only became super meta with her ability once that other thing came into the game. Zeddicus-KrissTigger could. He does have, what, a skull creation or something? Like, he has the potential to not be useless, because I believe he's like Zugoff if he gets a kill. But the problem is he deals a bunch of damage to an enemy boosted by purple gems. So if he gets a kill, and if there's a storm, he deals double. So kind of like Phoenicia to one target. And if he gets a kill, he creates a bunch of skulls. So he's basically a Zugoff that's conditioned based on getting a kill with no stats effects. So he's always basically going to be worse than just using Zugoff, because he's basically Zugoff with more conditions with no stats effects at all, is basically what it comes down to. Which is kind of funny because Zugoff is so meta. But, oh no, he just can't consistently get kills. His boost ratio is only 1-to-1, so it barely gets any additional damage. So he's very rarely actually killing. Even if he gets double damage, why would you when you could just do Phoenicia? And he's basically just a single target Phoenicia that just happens to create skulls if it gets a kill. Which is really bad, because you could just use a full AoE Phoenicia. And while it doesn't have any benefit on kill, at least it's good. And his final trait I don't think was anything special either. It just deals some damage to a random enemy when matching yellow gems. Which this is a pretty sizable amount of damage, but there's 2 issues with this. One is it doesn't use his own color, so you have to use him in a weird team where synergy doesn't really perfectly work quite yet, though it might into the future. And the other problem that it has is the further we get into the game, as time goes on, 12 damage to a random enemy keeps getting increasingly weaker. And while Phoenicia does have one of the worst traits as the final trait, this one generally isn't that good either. Like, it's definitely better than what Phoenicia has, but it's not really doing much, especially as time goes on. Anything that has like a static number like that keeps getting increasingly worse over time. And they don't tend to like tweak those numbers either. They kind of tend to keep them at their very low value. It's kind of like Kraken. Kraken at one point used to be kind of good just for its final trait. It kept chipping at it, and now it's pretty low. But the other thing is 3 damage to all enemies just kept getting weaker and weaker. At one point it was pretty decent, of course, but then over time it just kept getting worse. And yeah, that's kind of what Zeddicus-KrissTigger's doing. The main difference being that Zeddicus-KrissTigger is already bad and is over time getting even worse. Which is kind of funny. But anyways, let's go do this event thingy. Also, did we finish out Ward event? Or should I say, did my guild finish out Ward event? No, so we're going to need to go do that. Though by tomorrow night, we should be good to go. Oh yeah, I did see that lag too. I was wondering why I was buffering. That's why I reran over the thingy thing, in case it was being weird. But yeah, it did a lag spike for whatever reason. Hopefully it doesn't continue to do that. Not sure why. I restarted the computer like an hour ago. And I haven't had connection issues throughout the day. It just likes doing it sometimes for no reason, apparently. But anyways, let me go grab, what am I doing? Let me go grab the invasion team from the Monday video. Oh, sorry, not the invasion team, that's what we're using tomorrow. The class team, I mean. And it's kind of just a variant of what we used for the World event that we're also going to be doing for the World event today. Actually, did we even throw our World event battles last night? Yeah, we did. Need to again, because we're still not done with it. We should by tomorrow night for sure. Anyways, let's go get this Hierophant thing done. Get our 25 gems. Is it really worth it just for the 25 gems? In the current state of the game, not as much. But 25 gems is more than not 25 gems, so we're going for it. It doesn't take that long anyways. I think it normally takes about 15 minutes this late in the game. Obviously, it can take up to like 30, depending on stats. Because a lot of the stats longer it takes. Though Phoenicia with 20% should make this pretty straightforward this week, if nothing else. It's obviously quite a bit of additional damage. For a troop that's already hitting pretty hard to begin with. And this team's pretty cheap for the most part. And if you don't have Phoenicia, you can find in event keys this week. Also, if you do not have Phoenicia yet, highly, highly, highly advise throwing like every event key you have until you have Phoenicia. It is so important to have Leprechaun, Phoenicia, and Summer by the end of this week. And they're all available in the event key drop table. They're just so viable, all three of them. Particularly Leprechaun and Queen of Tanya, but Summer's used quite a bit too. Mostly for Brown Guild War though, to counter Brown. By creating a red team for Brown Day. But still used outside that context as well. And the main reason we're not using Summer in this team is we only have one red troop. So we went for double Leprechaun so that we could feed Black Manacle a little bit better. You could technically still go Summer with this team though, and go with like one Leprechaun, one Summer. I figured for the later battles we're going to need multiple casts, so Leprechaun's going to be better. Technically for these earlier battles, having Summer would actually be quicker. For the first two sets, it'd be quicker to use Summer, but for the later two sets, where it's going to take longer to do the battle, it's quicker to have Leprechaun. Also, it's not really that much slower with Leprechaun right now. A lot of these battles are winning just as quick as she would. Not to mention, you might not even have alignment on starting board anyways with Brown to Red convert. It's not guaranteed. No, Phoenicia's in drop table tomorrow. This week, no. I wasn't talking about the event key drop table. I'm talking about the invasions tomorrow. Tomorrow's invasions are Strix. So every single Strix is in drop table for specifically, not event key or anything, but specifically for the invasion events, is what I was referring to earlier. I'm not sure if the buffer made it so it broke up the text or the speech thing there. But I was referring to the invasion tomorrow. We'll have a chance of giving the Strix Mythics, as well as every Strix troops. Because it's a Strix invasions. The chance of getting them that way is obviously very low. Still worth mentioning though. Though it isn't worth spending gems to try to go out of your way for them. But there is still the chance if you're going for just the standard tiers or going for leaderboard. I was referring to event keys to get the Queen of Tanya. And the other three. Oh no, did I say event keys earlier? I didn't mean to. I was referring to event keys for Queen of Tanya, Summer, and Leprechaun. And I was referring to the invasion event for the Strix thingies. Hope I didn't accidentally say event keys. I may have. Whoops, didn't mean event keys though. I'll check the replay later. Did I actually say event keys when I was talking about the other thing? I feel like I did. I said them both really close to each other, so it might have seemed like it. Let's see, we'll throw that down. What is the best way for using writs always into Imperial and nothing else? Yes, theoretically Deeds of Magic are good value. However, due to the ratios of how much of everything comes into the game, I actually did do that initially when I need the Magic Kingdoms, and I guess you theoretically could if you don't currently have all the purple Magic Kingdoms upgraded, because I know I did that personally. However, in the long term, it would have been better values to just always go into Imperial and nothing else. This is mostly because of the ratio of Imperials that you get relative to color deeds. So it is worth it to just go all in on Imperial and nothing else. But yes, I did end up doing that. I went for magic deeds first, those purple ones. And then once all the magic kingdoms were upgraded, or you know, all the magic-based ones, all the magic-based purple kingdoms, I then ended up opting to go all in on Imperial. Though, if you're going for super long-term goal, it is best just to always put them into Imperial and never anything else. And once you have all the purples done, you just go straight into Imperials anyways, for the rest of time. Because Imperial is the best value for them. The only reason you might put them into purple initially is if you want to rush those extra magic gains. No, it's not too big a deal to wait on them. Even if you just started a brand new account, it takes probably under a year to have all the Magic Kingdoms max, even without using any writs on Magic Deeds. It's probably even less than that. I think it might be half a year. Not sure exactly what the time comes out to. Especially now that there's a higher rate of deeds, and we don't know the exact rate of them yet as far as drop rate. Because they did increase the drop rate of, what's it called? Of deeds, just in general, between the arena now and the dailies. Speaking of which, if I'm not mistaken, I actually have a deed offer on my thing. Unfortunately, I've only seen one Imperial since they've made that change. I've definitely been seeing more color deeds, but I feel like Imperial's been the exact same drop rate, which is kind of unfortunate. Also, I still have not seen any war coins since the change. Has anyone else seen war coins yet? Supposedly they made war coins drop more often. I cannot tell such a thing. Also, hello Defiant, welcome. Also, hello Brad, Defender, say hello, welcome. And hello Draco. Let's see. What is the best way for using, oh, I already answered that, my bad. Let's see if I do. I see a question mark and it's like, must answer. And then if I see the same question mark again, I try re-answering it. You've never seen war coins? Yeah, there's still some people who have literally never seen a single war coin offer. It's really weird. The drop rate on it's so really ridiculously low. Which now that I have them all maxed, I don't mind as much. Because I actually don't want them to get in the way of the drop table. But for people that don't have them yet, it just seems so rare to ever drop. You got no verses either? Interesting. I've seen 3 verses, though I've only seen 1 or 2 verses off the actual normal ones. The other ones were off Arena. Actually, I think I've seen 4. It was 2 4s off of Arena, and then 1 4 and 1 2 off of not Arena. The one of them was VIP locked, the other one wasn't though. The 4 wasn't VIP locked. The 2 that I found that I actually needed was VIP locked. But luckily that doesn't matter because we have VIP 6, so that is pretty expensive. I think VIP 6 is like what? $200? Somewhere around there. Given how the battle pass is set up, I feel like more people are hitting that though. But still a lot of money nonetheless. Anyways, I was about to go check something, completely forgot what it was now. It's based on what we were just talking about. Oh yeah, my offers. What do we have for offers? They are all bad. Orb Catch is a very, very weird gambling one. There's only one that is worth it, and it is if it ends up doing blue. You have a 15% chance that this will be positive value. 85% of the time it'll be negative value. So there's basically no point ever going for this. For this to be worth it, it would have to be about 100 gems or so. If it was 100 gems, then if you got a purple or a blue, which is a 35% chance you would get positive value. But it'd be a low enough of a loss that the chance of getting a blue would make it so every single time you see it, it would be worth spamming it. However, at 200, which is double that cost, it's just not worth it. Even at 150, it could maybe be worth it. Because at least the gems lost to try to get to that random blue could maybe end up working out to be worth it. But, yeah, it's not. And there's the deeds I was talking about. Also, we'll probably run the daily arena today. But before we do, let's go run through just the standard dailies real quick. Probably just take the gems off of here. And then we'll go run over the world event. Because still got battles we need to do for that. So today's probably the last day we'll need to get that down. Mr. dropped the clip on us. Wait, you can actually clip on YouTube? Wait, did YouTube add a clipping option that I'm not even aware of? Because I normally can't see my stream through a logged in account on the other end. Wait, is there actually a clipping feature now on YouTube? Hold up, that's news to me. Or was it done by other means? Is there actually one? When did they add that? How long has that been a thing? Let me go check my own stream. Let's see. I don't see one. Is it because I'm logged in on my own account? Oh, there it is, clip. How long has that been there? Really? Also leave a like while we're here. But, yeah, there is a clip function. Interesting. How long has that been there? Like a month? Okay. Yeah, YouTube must have added it like a month or so ago. And I just never realized it. Interesting. Yeah, I normally don't see that because I'm not on, like, the front end of YouTube. The back end is different. Well, I've always had the capability of clipping my own videos. I never realized there's one that people could see, which is probably one of the reasons I probably didn't notice it either. Because I always knew I could clip, but I never realized they added a clip button for everyone now on the stream. That's pretty cool. That's a feature that, of course, Twitch has had for quite some time. So obviously they eventually got it implemented. There's still quite a few features they need to get in, but they'll do it eventually. Like that Stadia integration. Whatever happened to that? I was kind of hoping that there would be some fun multiplayer free-to-play games that could be good for that. But then Stadia crashed and burned like crazy. I never even used Stadia a single time. Anyways, I was about to go check something else, and now I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, I was going to go check the clip, and I was going to do it on the other computer just so... Actually, you know what? Why don't we just do it on this thing? Yeah, let's go check it on the thing. So, someone said we said the thing weirdly. Let's go see where it is. Let's see. YouTube.com. Let's just type in the word tacits. I'm pretty sure the way that we get the scene is going to be all the way at the top. I still find that funny. Actually, it's really, really funny. This other tacit has me blocked on Twitter. I think he's very exceedingly salty that literally everywhere we are on the internet ranks higher than where he is. Because one of the reasons our name is not just Tacit on YouTube and is specifically Tacit the Terror, one of a couple reasons, but one of the reasons is Tacit already existed. I don't think this one existed at the time, but this one did, and he does a bunch of like music or something, and so we had to go for a different name. So I was like, well, we didn't have to, but you know, I wanted to, so we would have a different one, and we ended up going with Tacit the Terror at the time, and it's pretty funny because literally like anywheres where you search the term Tacit, unless maybe some music locations, but then you'll probably get the term of what Tacit means if you're looking in a musical like location. But it's just really funny. But yeah, he blocked me on Twitter. On both my accounts too. It's really funny. He is slightly salty. But anyways, let me go check this link. Let's see. So where is this clip of which you speak? Wait, why doesn't he not even show me the link? Let's see. There it is. So supposedly I said it incorrectly. And his theme's this week. And his theme's pretty cheap for the most part. And if you don't have Phoenicia, you can find in event keys this week. Oh no, I did say it! Oh no! I didn't mean that, my bad. I meant to say, yeah, Phoenicia is not in event keys. I meant to say in, Phoenicia is in the Strix drop table for what's it called, tomorrow? For the invasion event, though it's not an event keys. Oops. I did say the thing. But yeah, I meant for the invasion event tomorrow. Because she's a Strix. Whoops. Hello, Bushka! Welcome. And we'll go take dungeons. But yep, you are correct. I did misspeak. Which in all fairness, I probably do literally every single day if someone points out like literally everything we say. I wouldn't be surprised if we say something incorrectly literally every day on accident. Though that one's a bit of a major one since it's resource based. There's other clips Cookie has made too. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. There's probably a whole archive. Now that people can clip things. There will become whole archives of things we say incorrectly. On a weekly basis. Though definitely feel free to. I don't mind. How long of a clip does it grab? I have no clue. I assume not long. It probably has like a minute limit or something. Though I do not know its parameters of how it works. I didn't even realize it was a thing until just now. Might need to look into it later to see all the details with it. Oh yeah, we already finished that out. Alright, let's go run the world event then. I'll go change my medals there because it's actually quicker to just do it there than it is to even click into that menu, which is kind of funny. So we'll just go over to Festival of Stars, click on the middle battle since we're stuck at this place now. It'll tell me to go change my medals. And there we go. But one of the reasons why it's also quicker to do on that page, even if you're already on the main menu, it has to do with how the menu loads with the map screen there. You may notice when we're doing invasions that takes a little bit longer, and it's slightly longer to do when you're already on that menu as well. It just has to do with something with the map, just due to all the assets that are loaded and everything. However, on that other page, because a lot of stuff is unloaded, it's actually quicker just to change it there because it takes less time to get back to that menu. It's a matter of seconds, but hey, it's time saved. It's one of the reasons why it's basically never worth actually changing on that menu if you have the automatic one where you can change on the battle itself. I wish they just added a feature to change there in general, because it's so much more convenient to change your medals there with it showing at like the top of the screen than it would be to change on the main menu. While it makes sense to also be able to change on the main menu, it's just quicker and more intuitive to change on the menu you're actually battling on. But you can only do that for specifically World Event and at no other point. Which is kind of unfortunate. Okay, it is up to a minute. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's generally how clipping works. Though I do have the capability to clip as long as I want on my end. But normally on the front end, they don't want people clipping too long. But I can clip up to an infinite amount of time. I could literally make a clip of almost the entire stream minus like 1 minute. And it would probably let me. Well, on the front end, it only lets you go up to a minute. I should take that yellow. I don't actually really need that mana that much, but it would have probably extra turned. Plus we might have had the weapon to reach full. So I gotta be careful that Valor even doesn't escape. Luckily it did. We do a brown to red alignment there, which is really lucky, and it's dies. Assigning medals to teams would be better. Yes and no. Medals are one of those things where you don't need that many options. While there are a lot of combinations, theoretically, of how many medals you can use, like in what combinations specifically, there's only an extremely small handful that is actually viable. So having only a few to change through is not too bad. If they change it to 5, you would basically never really need too many more slots than that. Because at any given time, for the most part, there are a few exceptions, like some really weird teams that use other things. But for the most part, 5 sets of medal options would be enough to cover almost every possible build you would ever go into, since there's a very small amount of meta combinations of medals. So I really don't mind that limitation. The biggest issue is where you change it is kind of weird. Because you don't change it like right when you're doing the battle. You can't even see what medals you're using as you're about to go into the battle. You do it all the way at the main menu. If it was on the battle screen, I actually would, like, it would pretty much be perfect at that point. Because I don't think you necessarily need it for teams. It makes sense for banners because there's like, what, 40, 50, 60, it's almost like 70 banners now. It's like 60 something if not mistaken banners. And for classes it still makes sense because there's 34 classes, soon to be 35. But for something like medals, despite the fact that there probably are hundreds of combinations or so, realistically there's like 10, if even that, because of how many options are just not viable together. Like, how often would you be running a guard medal with a Yasmin medal with a Seasons medal or something like that? Like, there's only a very small combinations that's actually good. Like 20% into 8 magic, 12 magic, 20% into 2 seasons, 3 seasons, 3 medals of Orpheus, 20% into 2 medals of Orpheus. Basically, the 20% and not 20% of every variant. Also, I don't think 3 Yasmins are used for anything, but 3 guards are because of all the armor boost ratios. And that's almost all of them. So there's like 8 combinations, really. Because the 2 variants of Nisha, the 2 variants of Seasons, the 2 variants of Metal of Orpheus, and the 2 variants of Metal of Guard. So for theoretically, there's only 8 sets of, well, and then whatever you run for Ward Event. So 9. So there's only really technically 9 sets of medals that you would ever use, and there's 3 slots currently. So if they made that like 5 or 10, like that would cover way more than enough. Like 5 would be an improvement, 10 would be literally every combination you could either even fathom with the current amount of medals that exist. Because there isn't really anything outside that meta at that point if you had 10 options. But anyways, so we did that. Let's see. I think we did all the dailies then. Which means I think it is time to go grind Explore 12. But before we do, that means code time. So I'll go hand out a code. Yeah, still being able to assign things for teams specifically could still end up being convenient, if nothing else. I don't feel like they would. Let's see. I'm looking for a code section. Also, I gave up on trying to learn Unity for now. My biggest issue with Unity... I still need to look into Godot, though. I think we're going to go with Godot overall, the more I keep looking into stuffs. But the biggest issue I've been seeing with Unity so far is making a 2D game in it's a little bit weird. Because it's almost like 2D, 3D simultaneously. Because it's 2D, but it still has like a weird 3D perspective. And there's just so many weird glitches that end up happening because of it. And it just really does not seem worthwhile to use it for a purely, strictly 2D game. Looking for... let's see. Where's the code section? If it'll ever load. There it is. Like, unless you're deliberately doing some really interesting perspective stuff with Unity, probably not worth it. Or if you're going like a 2.5D game, which is starting to become a thing now. Because I'm pretty sure most 2.5D games are made in Unity, or some kind of variant of such an engine. Because you kind of need that 3D perspective to really do 2.5D properly. But there you guys go. There's the redeem code used on Gems of War underneath the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu, whatever your game says. Right over here is what you put in for your invite code. Redeem code's right over there in chats. Copy paste the random numbers and the letters starting with NRY. And it gives the same reward as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. But there you guys go. Enjoy. And usable on PC mobile version of the game. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps out a lot and is greatly, greatly appreciated as always. And there you guys go. Alright, let's go mess with Explore 12. And aside from our normal stream at the same time tomorrow night, as always, we will be doing a midday stream tomorrow. If any of you want to catch us at afternoon, probably exactly at noon, we'll go for about an hour or two. We're mostly just messing with invasions, so probably be a little bit of a smaller stream. We're messing with invasions, messing with the new weapon. It sounds like a weird Night Viking name. The Nafpovgar. Oh yeah, it does. Even Garnok's name of a kingdom in this game. But yeah, the Nyrpavgar. It's the Nyr point of view Gar. Yeah, it does kind of sound like a Viking name. Nyrpavgar. Gosh, that's weird to say in combination. Pavgar sounds like a name. Nyr kind of sounds like a thing. Pavgar from Nyr. It's so hard to say Nyr before Pavgar. Nyrpavgar. Like a weird tongue twister. Also, don't die on us. I wasn't paying attention. Do I even bother with skulls? Kind of. I need to not die. So we kind of have to go for skulls. And he was get full mana and he's dead. Easy. Oh, he's almost going to die to skulls by the time we get Zug off on him. It's always kind of funny. Pavgar? Oh, 1,000 glory. Nice. I didn't realize there was even a gnome in that battle. Because looking at chat in the Viking pronunciation. Let's see. I'll take that over. Throw down some insta-kill. Followed by some more insta-kill. I probably should take a purple first. And a Zoo got skills out. So we're getting decently close to that level. We're probably going to try for that level today. Might as well. We're already close enough. If nothing else, we could throw down some Dust Devil for it at the end. Also, hello, Bernice! Hello, Bushka! Welcome, welcome. Out here, say hello to Bushka, but hello! What do we take here? Take that over. Try for that purple next turn. He leaves it there. Perfect. Get the Zoogoff in there. Take her out a little poke. Oh yeah, and as you guys probably saw from us not having a stream of it this week, because I did somewhat mention it earlier this week, but didn't really follow up on it at any point. But Puzzle Quest 3 still has not gotten a patch. Sure hope it does soon. It has still been stuck in a weird state for months. Not sure what their plan is, but they need to do something. We're definitely going to be covering the game quite a bit initially. Though the game still needs so much improvements if we're going to be covering it on a regular basis. Still very much feels like an alpha build. I feel like I keep playing it less and less every day. Like today, I think I played it for 15 minutes. I just got like the most important dailies down, and that was literally it. And that game's the most important dailies. Mostly that game's equivalent of Adventure Board. Though unlike Gems of War, Adventure Board, very few things in that game is actually worth it. Plus each one takes a lot more time. Plus the harder ones take a substantially amount more time. Also, I just realized there's 3 games coming out on the exact same day that I want to play. And it is very annoying. We might be having an ultra multi-stream on 2 Fridays from now. Or sorry, 3 Fridays from now. Not tomorrow, but 2 Fridays from tomorrow. Because there's 3 games we're going to be playing. Though I'm not sure if we're going to try fitting them all in one day. But Voice of Cards is coming out that day. Next Mario Party is coming out that day. Though I am going to be getting the physical version of that, so that might be one that we delay till Saturday. Because I do specifically want to get to the physical version of that Mario Party. Because I do like to collect the physical versions of Mario Parties. The only ones I don't have are the Wii U versions, which I don't really care about not having. But I have the physical version of literally every other Mario Party in existence. But those 2 things, and what was the other one? It was the 3rd. Oh yeah, it was DLC, it wasn't a new game. Age of Calamity getting his final DLC that day. So I'm not sure why, but like everything wants to happen at once, and it's very annoying. Like barely any of it spread out on October, just all the exact same day. The Friday before Halloween. Which is kind of funny because not a single one of those is Halloween themed, technically. Did he ever put up the new green screen? No, because it's a ceiling-based one. I'm not sure if it's ever going to be put up. The way that my room is laid out, I'm not sure it's physically possible to put up a green screen like that. Because I have a fan on my ceiling. And while that doesn't get in the way of how I have my green screen set up, because it's literally just like a thin piece of string, something thicker like that goes physically downwards is going to be an issue. Because there's a fan in the way that would make it near impossible for me to install anything like that to the ceiling. If it was a ground-based one, it would work. But it's specifically a ceiling-based one, which very much does not work in my room. Even a ground-based one would somewhat be annoying, because my room's kind of small, so it would literally go through the entire middle of my room. What's nice about the way I currently have mine set up is that it can actually work with the fan there because it's so absurdly thin, because it's just a piece of string, and it can be moved all the way from side to side. So instead of like condensing upwards or downwards, it condenses to the side. So I could just put it all the way to basically like in my closet if I really needed to. Not literally in the closet because it wouldn't be able to work that far in. But it can go like all the way to where the closet is. So theoretically, I could partially put it in the closet. It just wouldn't all be able to go all in the closet. If I truly had to. It'd be sticking out some though. If I was to try to do that. But you probably never see the fan that's like on the thing, but yeah, there's a fan there. I never use it. It doesn't even work properly. Not only does the light not work in that fan, but the fan doesn't work in the fan. Like literally everything about that fan doesn't work. One of the times when electricity went out, I just kind of completely like made everything electrical wise up to that fan just not work anymore. I'm not sure why. And there's no point in fixing it because I never use it. If anything, I need to uninstall it at some point. Yes, it's a decorative ceiling fan, pretty much. It's there literally just to exist. Because it doesn't work to any capacity. So it either needs to completely uninstall it or fix the electricity up to it. But even if I did, it wouldn't even be worth using because how my green screen's set up, it's in the way of being able to even use that fan anyways at this point. Because it's impossible to turn on the fan while having the green screen up there, even if it did work. Otherwise, that green screen is coming down because it would get knocked down from the fan being fan. But yeah, I'll probably take down that fan at some point. There's just an endeavor I have not looked into bothering to do. And it's probably not something I would do myself. I almost had a fan. Have I ever shared that story? I don't think I did. When I was, let's see, how young would I have been at the time? 4 years old? I want to say 4 years old. It was around 4 or 5. It was super young. But around 4 or 5 years old, I almost died to a fan. I don't have trauma to that much compared to some things. But I did almost, like, literally die to one. Basically, it was recently installed. And the light part fixture of it was put on really, like, badly. Like, basically, I think it was, like, a screw-on one. And it was glass. And, like, you know how, like, some lights have a light bulb? But then it has, like, a lid around the light bulb? Well, that lid was made of glass, and it wasn't on tightly enough, and it fell down. And it hit, like, literally a foot away from me. Luckily, I didn't get scratched by any of the shards. But if that landed, like, right on my head, I would have literally be dead. Most likely. Or at least emergency roomed from it, if nothing else. But yeah, it fell, like, a foot away from me. And shattered into, like, a million pieces. Well, I think at most all I got was, like, a little cut. Wasn't really that bad. No, it would have been if I was slightly closer to it. But yeah, I'll let someone else uninstall that. Let's see. I'll throw that down. First time playing PvP in a long time. Forgot how much cheese Explore can shield you from. Oh yeah, if you're wondering why we ever spam Explore, it's because the meta for PvP is so absurdly annoying. It's basically you're like doing it's basically like doing perpetual what's it called? Perpetual Guild Wars, which is also annoying. Like Guild Wars is infrequent enough that's not as big a deal. But to go out of your way to do it is just super annoying. Let's see if we throw that down. Actually, what's kind of funny, if I want to be super lazy about it, is given that anyone who would like take down the fan, if I ever did just like hire someone randomly at some point to go do that, not for sure where you would go to specifically do that. Specifically like uninstall fan. But I could probably just get them to install the green screen too at the same time, which would be kind of funny. Because it seems like it's going to take like 2 people to lift anyways. So we could get 2 things done at once. Not sure when I'm going to finally get that fan uninstalled. It's literally been there for like 3 years now doing nothing. Still haven't bothered to get it uninstalled yet. Just because there hasn't really been a need to. But now that we have a green screen that's ceiling based, we theoretically have a need to. I know exactly where I'd put the green screen too. Oh, I just realized though. Did that get in the way? Gosh, my room is shaped so weirdly. I think it would work. The problem is there's a weird like attic that we don't use that's like right next connected to my room. I'm not even sure what's up there. It's so awkward to get up there. But the green screen can't coincide with that. Otherwise it'd be blocking it. There's so many weird things in my room. It's one of the weirdest room layouts for how small it is. A creepy, mysterious attic. I do eventually want to move out of this place. At some point. Actually, I want to downsize to a much smaller place as well. Eventually. There's just a lot of weird things about this house. Let's see. Throw that down. Think of all the great treasure that might be up there, like spiders and cobwebs and dust. Like the creepy doll commercial. My grandma has like $1 billion. Like there are rooms just like completely composed of dolls behind glass. It's probably one of the most interesting decorated houses I've ever seen. If I happen to get that house through inheritance, I actually will probably never get rid of it. I have so many good memories in that house. If there was literally any house that my dad or mom owns, well, my mom only owns one, and it's not even owned, it's like not even like 1/4 paid off yet. But if there was any of them, it's definitely the one that my grandma has. Keeping it exactly as is. There's a lot of things I would kind of want to gut in the house. I'd want to gut almost all the plumbing. I'd want to make sure I get rid of the gas and completely replace it with electric for the stove and everything. Because I'm pretty sure it still runs off a gas stove and a gas heater. Which, for explosion purposes, just in case, I would prefer to not have. Well, the chance of that's very low. It's not 0. And I'd prefer not to have gas. That's a nice pool in the back, too. The only problem is it's in New Jersey, which has absurdly high taxes. If I'm not mistaken, isn't New Jersey like the 3rd highest tax state? It's one of the highest, like 5 or something, it has to be. Google would know. Like, the only ones I can possibly think of that might be taxed higher are things like California and New York. And maybe Texas? So Texas is taxed in a weird way. I don't know, almighty Google. Which are the top tax states in the entire country? I'm pretty sure New Jersey's up there. Though some do, like, taxes differently. Like, some are heavier on property taxes, some are heavier on, like, literally tax everything. Let's see. Highest taxed states in USA. Give me a list. How? Wait, what? No. Where's 12 states where you'll find the highest taxes? Sure. How up to date is this? It was earlier this year, a couple months ago. Just give me a list. Why must you make this so difficult? No. Why? Okay, New Jersey is... Why is it listed weirdly like this? More items. No. Why do it like... No. Why must you be set up like that website? Different website, go. States with the lowest taxes. I know the state I'm currently is one of the lowest. South Carolina. Oh, there we go. Here's a nice fine list. There's top 10 states with the lowest and top 10 states with the highest. Let's see. So California's highest, Hawaii second highest, New Jersey is third. Called it third. Though the two that are, I wasn't expecting Hawaii to be above it. Why is New York 7th? I always thought New York was way higher. But I was right. New Jersey's third. Called it. Let's see. Oh, so I'm surprised South Carolina's not on the lowest. Oh, it says income tax though. That's different than property tax and other taxes. I don't think this is a website I went to is considering all taxes. Because basing off of one tax can be misleading. But anyways, throw that down. I think Illinois was 4th on that list. Let's see, where was it? Illinois was... where's the list I was literally just at? Oh, I think I might have X'd out of it already. I may have. Illinois was... How's it not on the thing? Okay, this must just be income tax. We need to find a website that has all of them. Because income tax is just a small portion. Too many taxes to bother adding them all up. Some website had to have. There's no way there isn't a random website that bothered to do the math for the clicks. No, what am I doing? I already have the kill. Yeah, doesn't Texas not have a state income tax, but their property tax is way higher, though? Like, they have some kind of other tax that makes up for it. I can't remember what, though. Because I've never needed to live in Texas to know. But honestly, I do feel like income tax should be 0. I do feel like most taxes should be at the point of service, rather than... like on the actual income itself. The only kind of income I feel like that should be taxed is off of investments, when your money makes money. Like when your money makes money and at the point of purchase, or like where I feel like most taxes should personally be. When you're doing something where you literally don't have to work at all to get your money, where the money's just making the money. And any instance at the point of service, because it's a lot easier to tax that way. And it will allow things like Amazon and other things to actually be taxed properly. I'm pretty sure it's out there. I'm pretty sure just the first link I clicked on was just only income tax. I should have probably specified to Google. There was a Miss American contestant that got eliminated for mispronouncing Illinois, really? That's kind of funny. Do I mispronounce it? Illinois. I'm not sure. I've never actually said the word Illinois, I don't think, while I was in Illinois. So I don't think anyone in Illinois has ever said I've said Illinois incorrectly. Because I'm not sure I've ever even said Illinois in Illinois. Even though I've been there a couple times. You don't say the S at the end? Illinois? So it's just Illinois then? It's always weird when a word has a silent last letter. Like even that one program of Godot. Like you look at the word and your first expression is that is not Godot. Because it's Godot. It's G-O-D-O-T. But the T is silent for whatever reason. I never understood the purpose of silent last letters. It is the weirdest thing ever. Why doesn't the word just end? Instead of having a silent last letter. Hey, an Anu. Nice. They must know it's about that time. No, we're still going to keep going a little bit, though. The final Anu drop. Because normally around this time would be when we end, but we're going to go a little longer. I want to get that level. We're close enough. Might as well go for it. I think I'll do dust level after this next chest, though. Just to speed it along slightly. But I do want to go get that level. We're in striking distance. Oh, is Isabel saving our keys? I can only imagine how many keys she could have. Dude, she's been farming a lot of them per event. You're saving them, but not on purpose? Oh, that's funny. Do you have so many keys that it's becoming hard to use them all? Because I do feel like vault keys are almost set up in that way now. Where they're almost going to become the new treasure map, except they're actually useful. Unlike treasure maps. Because it's a good thing to have more vault keys than you could ever know what to do with, whereas it's not as good of a thing to have too many vault keys. I mean, as many treasure maps to know what to do with. Oh no, he killed. It's not nice. They can't say Oregon correctly? I almost feel like I would say Origin. But isn't it Oregon? I'm pretty sure it's Oregon. It's definitely not Origo. It's Oregon, I'm pretty sure. Oh, you've been doing Puzzle Quest 3. Yeah, I've done almost everything you can do in Puzzle Quest 3. The only last thing I haven't really done that's within the current state of the game is getting 100 weapons done in every single location. I've done most of it though, just not all of it. I think there is only like 2.5 locations I have left. Theoretically 4, but if you break it down to how many are actually left, it's like doing 2. Kind of like when you have like 4 hero classes remaining in Gems of War at 70. You basically have 2 hero classes remaining. It's kind of the situation I have going on for that. Due to how much progress is on the ones that already exist. So I have 4 left, but theoretically it's 2 left because of the ratio of how much is done on them. Yeah, it takes forever to do. I think there's only a few people in the entire game that has bothered to do it, one of which quit the game, and they had it done months ago. I think they burn out a little bit too quick because they got it done in like a month or 2, like super absurdly quick, and then ended up just quitting the game because after that they were like, oh, I kind of did like everything already because they're not updating the game quick enough. But yeah, that person, Sibelius, off of the forum, and I think that's it. Like, those might be the only 2 people. One of them don't even play anymore. Like, almost no one has bothered doing it completely. Alright, they just haven't posted about it on the forum. I could have had it done ages ago, but I just haven't been playing as much. Especially since they made it take so much longer to do them. Because it used to be way quicker to do them in the past. Like when that one person got it done in like a month, it was because it was actually doable in a month. Whereas now it's like not even realistic to do them all in a month. Because how much longer it takes due to how the game's set up. Oh, that's a weak chest. We can't end on that chest. Give me better than that. We're gonna go for one more chest, and then we're gonna do Dust Devil until we hit our level if we haven't already. Actually, how far are we from it? This match will tell us. And it's dead. I've still got a little ways to go. So yeah, we'll Dust Devil once we get this next chest. So 2 more cycles and then we'll Dust Devil till level. And then tomorrow we'll be doing invasions at noon. In the normal stream at normal time. I'll probably save some mountain invasion so we can re-go over it at night though. Also, we should finally have the video going up on the Mythic, gosh. I have not been able to record it like all week now. But 100%, tomorrow morning, we will record the video on, not the new Mythic, there's no new Mythic coming out tomorrow, but on the Mythic that came out on Monday, theoretically the Monday before that Monday. We've gone over it like 4 times on stream, but have not covered a video, specifically on the Fountain of Stars, which we shall do tomorrow. Let's see, I'll throw that down. Get her Destroy down there. Get a nice little Zoogoth down. Other Zoogoth. Pokety poke. Dead. Let's see, take that down. Grab our purple. We're trying to make a list of pencil and paper of all the various vault rewards, i.e. 6 gems, 240 diamonds. Well, technically the base value of them are slightly different. So I'm not sure if you're recording them based on 20% value or base value. Because it's actually 200 diamonds and 5 gems and stuff like that. But the 20% makes them higher. I know what most of them are. Though I'm not too familiar with all of them on Epic Vault Keys because I've opened so few Epic Vault Keys. I know most of them on normal Vault Key though. I know them as their base value though, not as their 20% value. All you have to do is just take 20%. I forget what Ray rounds. I think it actually does round in your favor upwards, though I do not recall. I'm pretty sure it rounds upwards. Not always though. I think it rounds upwards after like 0.5 or something. Kind of like how you normally would do rounding. Because it's not like an any amount roundup. But I think once it reaches like half, it rounds up. So if you had like a 1.2, it's not going to give you 2, it's just going to give you 1. So if you had like a 1.6, it would give you 2 instead of 1. Let's see, I'll throw that down. Throw it down again. Do we have 30 plus red? We unfortunately do not. Let's go throw that down, get another pokety poke. And we're good to go. Throw that down again. And he's just dead. We've got an enemy. Gotta go kill him before he escapes. Oh, I should have taken purple first. No, I could add full mana for the re-up on mana. No, though we already won, so it doesn't matter. I was like, I think we targeted him directly. We did it just out of priority of killing him, but he also has impervious, so it would have been bad if we didn't hit him directly because we wouldn't have triple damage burning against it. Oh, throw that down, get a poke, throw that down, take the other one. They're destroyed down there. No follow up though somehow. Oh no, I did have follow. No, I didn't see it over there. Got it though. Only 3 guards, gosh. Some bad drops there at the end. I was gonna take tribute and then this dust devil till we hit a level. 21 gems, which I feel like is my average these days for what it gives. Alright, now we're just gonna dust devil until we gain a level at this point then. Where's the good old dust devil team? Where's a super quick one? Why is that called 3 Iron Quickest, but the team over top of it isn't 3 Iron Quickest? It's also not the team I'm looking for. There it is. It's named 3 Iron Quickest, but the team that's over top of it isn't 3 Iron Quickest. This is 3 Iron Quickest. Which is the quickest way to win in the entire game. Which is why it's called 3 Iron Quickest. You click a button to win. It's literally a win button. It says cast, but it actually means win. You have the wrong term there on accident. But if anyone's still any other questions that you want me to go over to, let me know. Because the rest of the time we're just going to be grinding out this last level. And then we'll be back about 15 hours from now at noon tomorrow. And at that time we'll be mostly messing around with invasions. Probably invasions and a new weapon, mostly. It's a Strix invasions. And of course tomorrow night, same time as always, hour prior to now, we'll also be just around, messing around with stuff. Might even do daily arena, we'll see. Not today though, tomorrow if we do. Since all the weeklies will basically be done by then. Because I know like some people actually do like arena. It's a very small portion. I don't know, I don't completely hate it. Though it's funny, we did poll it at one point. People do like watching it more than they like playing it, nothing else. The ratio of people that like watching is arena is higher than the ratio of people that like playing arena, which is kind of interesting. Also, hopefully Ironhawk will be available again soon. It's such a great troop to get your hands on. It helps improve Vault events so much because of how quick it is. Like, using Rowan's not too big a deal. It's what people have done for years prior to Dust Devil meta existing. But it's just so much quicker with the Ironhawk builds. Dust Devil Ironhawk. Rather than going down the Rowan route. Ryan's still amazing though. For Rowan doing exactly what we're doing right now is about 4 wins per minute. What we're doing right now is 6 wins per minute. But yeah, Ironhawk is just such a meta build right now for quick kill. It's such an important trip to have because it's the new Fairish Raw of farming resources. It is just so important to have for farming resources that you basically have to have it, particularly 2 copies, which is even more annoying because your second Ironhawk gets way more value than the first, which is kind of annoying compared to Fairish Raw because Fairish Raw, it didn't matter too much if you only got 1 because you got more value from the first than you did the second. However, Ironhawk's the exact inverse, and you get very little value from the first Ironhawk, but the second Ironhawk gives you absurdly good value, because then you can start running double Ironhawk builds. And while there are some single Ironhawk builds, the double ones are way better. There's also a triple one, though it's not required. Double is perfectly fine. Though triple is ever so slightly quicker, but you can't use triple for vault events, so it's not as useful. Because gnomes appear a lot more often, and during a Gnomapalooza it doesn't even have the damage to get it done. Will I be doing Mercenary tomorrow? I'm not sure if I'm even going to be doing it in general. However, definitely not tomorrow. We'll be doing Gems of War as a midday stream tomorrow. And we'll have the video on the Mythic hopefully that morning. It better be, gosh. Putting it off forever. But I should have that up soon. But as far as this weekend, I'm not sure if we're going to be doing any midday streams this weekend. I might do one for Fall Guys. Just because they still do have an event going on. They've been having an event going on for 10 days, where for every 2 days it switches to what it's doing. I'm not sure what the last one is, but hopefully it's a fun one. If it is, we might stream it. No interesting rewards came from it, though. It's just kudos. Kudos is basically the equivalent of Gems of War giving you trait stones. That's basically the equivalence. Like, some people will appreciate it, but most people probably don't need it. That's about the equivalent of that event giving only kudos in Fall Guys. Like, there's some fraction of the player base that needs them, but it is not the majority. You just got it? Wait, you just opened some keys right now and got Ironhawk? That's kind of funny. Your second Ironhawk. That's a really big pickup. Right in time for the next Vault event, too. Next Vault event's on November 5th, the day after my birthday. That's how I remember when it is. But yeah, supplement, I might look into it. We'll see. Not sure yet. Also, we might play Smash Ultimate next week for a couple hours for a midday stream. If I'm not mistaken, on the 18th, it's getting its final character. So on the 19th, we might do a stream for. Who knows? Maybe on the 18th if I have time. Sora is being added from Kingdom Hearts. How on earth they got the rights to use that character is pretty insane because it's owned by Disney. It literally has the Mickey Mouse logo on its keyblade. The amount of legal holes they had to get through to make that work is probably insane, and the amount of money they probably had to pay to get the licensing for such a character. But that's coming out on the 18th. Who knows, maybe we'll even throw in that new Nickelodeon Brawl one. I haven't really had the chance to play it. I think I have like 1 hour in the game right now. That new Nickelodeon Brawl game that's basically just Smash Bros, but with Nickelodeon everything. And different physics, different mechanics. Same premise, though. Do you think if the devs could tower or lower the loot to half of a diamond, they would? No. They need to increase diamond rates. I have more diamonds than I'm ever going to need, but for the general player, you generally don't have enough diamonds. It's one of those resources you constantly need because it's like the lifeblood of getting mythics. What time is the Nintendo Direct? Oh wait, hold up. Is the Animal Crossing Direct tomorrow? I completely forgot about that. I might be streaming during it. I wonder if I could commentate over the stream and not get striked. Because we might be streaming during it. We might throw it in with our stream. We'll see. I'm not sure. What time is that? That's a good question. Hopefully it's at 10 a.m. Because that's really annoying if I'm streaming at the same time. Hold up. I did not factor that in. I forgot that exists. Because I do want to see that as well. Ideally live, though not too big a deal if not. Animal Crossing Direct is on at 10 a.m. Perfect. Yeah, 10 a.m. tomorrow is the Animal Crossing Direct. Oh yeah, we'll be streaming that whenever the update drops. I highly doubt it's dropping tomorrow, though, the update. The preview thing going over it is going to be around that time. But, yeah, I'm not sure where I was going with that, but it's likely not launching literally the same day. If I had to guess, it's like midweek tomorrow. They'll probably do the update, even though they're going over it tomorrow. But yeah, I haven't played Animal Crossing in a couple months now. Still need to go get that golden shovel. The hardest thing to obtain without time travel. At least in the current state of the game. The next is going to be trying to get all those gyroids without time travel. Though if you buy them from other people, that can cheese it like crazy, though. They're going to be so exceedingly pricey initially, though, so I'm probably not getting them anytime soon. Yeah, we eventually need to finish our Animal Crossing Island. Honestly, I feel like we'd finish an actual game before we finish the complexity of what we would need to do for our Animal Crossing Island. Like, the complexity of actually making a basic game is probably easier than finishing our Animal Crossing Island. How much work that's actually going to physically take to properly set up that everything for it. We actually have like what, 1,300 hours in Animal Crossing? It's actually, I actually have more time in Animal Crossing than every other Switch game combined. I didn't even realize that until a little bit earlier. But even though I haven't played Animal Crossing for a couple months, and realistically I haven't really played it much since March, even though I have like here and there. But like I haven't physically at all in the last couple months. But it's I have more time in it than literally every other Switch game combined, which is pretty amazing actually. I was not expecting that for that game. I was expecting Pokemon Unite to be a lot higher, but I think I only have like 200 hours in that game right now. Might do another stream for that. I think they're having some kind of Halloween event soon, where they're going to be adding 1 billion skins. Hopefully some of them are obtained through gameplay means, because they keep charging so much for everything. Like I haven't paid a single cent for any cosmetic that wasn't a battle pass in that game yet. Mostly because the prices that they keep asking for are completely outrageous. Like an average like low tier skin is like $5. A like mid tier skin I think is like $12. And the current highest rarity, and they might be a rarity above it because the coloration that they're doing for it looks like epic, not legendary. But the current highest rarities cost like $40 for a skin, which is pretty absurd. Which is why I haven't gotten any skins that weren't specifically in the Battle Pass. Because the Battle Pass only costs like, what, $10 every other month? So it's like $5 a month, basically, for the Battle Pass. Because I think it comes out to like 7 or 8 every other month or something. It's priced at almost about as much as the lower pack in Gems of War is. Oh, there's our level, finally. There we go. Because Gems of War is $10 every 2.5 months. Or technically every 11 weeks, which is, yeah, about every 2.5 months. But anyways, but I'll wrap it up for the stream. We got our level. That was our main objective. Tomorrow at noon, we will be doing the invasion event. Sometime in the morning, we should have the video going over the new Mythic. And by new Mythic, I mean the one that came out on Monday and the Monday before that Monday. The Fountain of Stars, the one through the campaign pass. Just as another reminder, and I'll mention it in that video too, since it'll probably be the last video, or, you know, not stream, but specifically video that we have going up before the end of the season. But just as one last reminder, in here and now, or then, don't forget that this is the last few days to finish out the season pass, so if you still haven't, make sure to do so, especially if you end up paying for it. If you're free to play, you at minimum want to reach 850. If you bought the normal pass, you want to go do the whole thing so you get Fountain of Stars. And if you paid the extra amount, you definitely want to do the whole thing to get to the Power Orb, ideally. So make sure to do that if you haven't already, though I'm pretty sure most people have done it by now who have bought into it, but reminder just in case, because you only have 3 days remaining until you can't. But anyways, guys, I will catch you guys soon. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week and a weekend, and we will be back tomorrow at noon, 15 hours from now or so, and we'll be doing about an hour, 2 hour or so stream then. And we'll be back at normal time tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, hour and a half prior to now tomorrow. And during both, we'll mostly be messing around with invasions. And during the nightly stream, we'll probably throw in our daily arena as well. Get some arena in there. I think we only did daily arena once this week, so throw it in again at some point. Hope for some kind of offer that isn't completely useless like these things. We've been getting some, I don't know, we've been getting mixed luck on it. I'm not sure how I feel about doing daily arena. We've had some good days where it's been really good, other days where it's like, why on earth are we doing this? One of the days it's really good kind of makes up for the days where it's not as good. But, I don't know, I kind of just wish these were all just always good. I wish you could kind of like set like which ones you want to prioritize. That'd probably be way too hard for them to code. But anyways, guys, we'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by as always. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for